live. It is a Tuesday, and it is the Martin Fowler Scrum, and we have Sam and Lara. And yeah, let's start with Lara. How are things going with you?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Just come off a bank holiday, which is great. Had a second interview this morning, which went really well. So hoping to get an offer about tomorrow. Then I was working on the user ID for website 1.
Right.
I see it's passing, which is great. I just had one blocker where my terminal, if I do a merge in to the branch,
yes,
then it asks me to do like a merge comment. And now what I see what's happening is that it's pushing up those merge comments, so I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Well, we could have a look at that together at the end of the Scrum.
Perfect.
Yeah, great. Anything else going on?
No, that's all.
Great. Yes, from my side, what was it? It was Monday yesterday. Oh, we managed to have the autocredit client meeting eventually. Time confusion. Yes, and I actually spent some time yesterday seeing if I could if I could take the Agile bot, which is in CoffeeScript, and I could just do it in Ruby, and it seems like I can. So I'm kind of keen to push on with that at some point. In the meantime, I've continued to work on website 1. I have been starting to push out the support for multiple repositories for each project. I've got that on staging. I've identified one issue that I need to tweak. It's not blocked there. One thing that's strange I notice is that the Semaphore doesn't seem to be running the migrations automatically when it deploys. Maybe we've got Heroku doing the deploys or something. Anyway, that's a bit weird.
I know there has been some issues with Semaphore. They've been tweeting a bit about them. So.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's a Semaphore issue. That's good to know. And then what I've also done is I've got the code of conduct linked to on the getting started pages, and I've also pushed it into the greeter bot that greets everybody that comes into the community. So it's, there's not really an excuse there's an excuse to say I didn't read it, but there's not really an excuse to say for new people coming into the community that they didn't know it existed. At least we're doing. I mean, I think there's probably more things we can do. Like we could maybe add a checkbox to the sign up page that said by signing up you're agreeing to our code of conduct and so on. But yeah, so pleased to get that done. And yes, so I've got private project thing coming up now, but then there's this afternoon going to be the NHS meeting of the Aspect Mob that's coming up soon, although I won't be in that. Yeah, that's about the size of things. So yeah, well, let's have a look at your that's the Scrum then. Let's have a look at your command line situation there.
Can you see my screen?
I can, yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to go to the develop branch and just do check out. Full stream. Okay, so now pull. Okay, so those are all the updates, and now I'm going to go back into the.
Well, before you do, it's saying there, automatic merge failed, fix conflicts, and then commit the result.
Okay.
So in that case, I would say actually you don't want to be fixing the conflicts, because if there's a state where your kind of local develop has got differences from the upstream develop, then it's kind of the purpose of the develop branch there for you on your local machine is just to be a mirror, really, of the latest stuff from that there. So what I would be tempted to do is check out a different branch, delete your develop branch, and then recheck out develop, if you know what I mean. We'll probably have to still fix the conflicts somewhere else, but
I try and keep my develop branch up to date.
Yes, yes.
At all times, so that's fine. Okay, I'll just check out.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Pull upstream here. That's what I'm
So
doing.
what you could do now there is you could just, well, it's interesting that it's showing us that you've got, I guess we might have to, we'll see actually.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about whether, yeah, we could just try deleting the develop branch there. So you could just do git branch -d and then develop. So you've got brand there rather than branch.
It's been branding all morning.
Yes, yes. There's a word for that. It's something. Anyway.
So even though I'm in develop, it's going to delete develop.
It's sorry. Okay, yeah. Actually, I'm wrong there because I was thinking you checked out to develop
yeah, but
too,
it won't let me
but it wouldn't let. So what I would do there is I would do git reset --merge. So just yeah, completely instead of we can't do the
git
reset -merge.
Merge.
That's it. Yeah, and hopefully yeah. So now if you just do git status, hopefully we will see that it's okay. So now you could do the checkout to develop to. Yeah, and then try the delete again. And then you could just do git checkout develop, and I think it will pull it all down because it will see that there's no develop locally. And what it doesn't always do it, but sometimes what it will do if you just check out something and the thing is available. Okay, why don't you do that? I would do git checkout origin /develop then. It's funny, sometimes it will copy. You don't even have to specify, and it will copy. Let's see. But then now you want to do git checkout -b develop, and it will create the. Other times when I do stuff, it will automatically create the branch for you. You don't have to do that extra step, but I'm still not entirely sure why that is sometimes. So now you're on develop, and so now develop should be you can delete develop too, I think, unless you want to leave it around for when you need to do it in the future. But yeah, I can get rid of that. So now you've got a develop branch that's exactly as it should be, and now so if you want to go onto your feature branch.
Okay, so now I want to merge in
Develop
with the right merge. It's already up to date with what was.
So you may be good now.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show you that message that I kept getting so that I don't keep pushing up unnecessary stuff.
Well, it may have been that it was related to some kind of change or difference between your local develop and the remote develop, and that doesn't imply that you did anything wrong. That I may have done some naughty rebasing, as we know, my wife has established. Fundamentally, by hook or by crook, it's going to come down to being my fault. But yeah, so 1760 there. Let's also have a look at that.
Okay, so now because there's so many commits, how would?
Right, yeah. So then we've got the issue of how we address. Yes, this is so. It's ended up with, and I've got this on my screen as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of these YAML files that have changed. Now tell me here. I mean, I'm gonna have to go and get ready for this next meeting, but I can
Sure.
so maybe give you a guide here. Is that the only actual change is in this one file? The only one that's important to us, right? Is this one?
Is the yeah, that one. That is the most
Yeah.
important one.
So, and I also know that that's not associated with any single commit. What I would be tempted to do is to just, given that we know that this is the thing, all of this other stuff is kind of irrelevant, or at least we're not sure which bits of it are and aren't relevant. I mean, the results of doing this Google Analytics in a different way may be calling out to get different other bits and pieces. What I would say is maybe, well, I would be tempted to sort of create a new branch and just, you know, do a commit which involves only this component.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
To do that. So then we would delete that branch.
Yeah, I think we can delete that branch and you know, open a fresh pull request. And
Fantastic.
yeah, like, so when you do the commit and the push to it, do git add only that file, and then you can make sure that the pull request has only that in. What we might then do afterwards is do a full run of the queues and see if any other like files are changed. But if we get like a single commit with just this file, then that will make things a lot easier going forward, I think.
Okay, great stuff. So will you delete the branch, or must I delete the branch?
You will need to do it locally on your machine. I mean, you can maybe just call it 1760, you know, and give it like a different name, like add user ID GA version 2 or what have you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Cool.
Great stuff.
All right. I better run. Good to see you, Laura. I'll catch up with you a bit later.
Yeah. Cheers, Sam.
Bye for now. Take care.